Before I start this video, I just want to say I recently made channel memberships a thing, so if you want to consider supporting this channel a lot more, consider becoming a member. You get to see exclusive content, and also you have more of a say in the types of videos that I post. Anyway, on to the actual video. Sup, fellow quacks. So in today's video, I wanted to do a rant because this encounter happened to me today as I'm recording this video, and I am just so irritated, and it was bothering me all day, and I was like, you know what, I could talk about this. I can make this into a video. I have a Speedpaint already pre-recorded, so I might as well use that to talk about this. So I just oh, it's irritating more every time I think about it. Okay, so basically, I like to go for walks, and this morning I went for a walk pretty early, and on my way back, there was this dude who was like, I don't know, fixing his truck or something like that. And by the way, I was like across the street from my house when this happened. I'm just giving context because you'll see why in a moment. But basically, so initially he just asks like, hey, do you know where the gas station is, or like the nearest gas station? I just say, yeah, it's by it's the 7-Eleven that's near wherever, you know? And then he for some reason asks like if I'm okay, and I'm like, yes, I'm fine. And then he's like, well, actually no, after he asked if I was okay, he was like, why are you saying it so quietly? I had to keep repeating what I was saying, and part of it was probably because I was a little far from where he was at, but it was also because he was in the street and I was on the sidewalk, and I didn't get any closer to him because I was mid walking and whatnot, and he kind of caught me off guard, which is kind of why I was a little tense initially. But after, because usually when I'm on my walks, there have been times where people will ask me questions like, oh, can you tell me where this place is or whatever, and I get tense on my walks because I'm just used to people being very rude and weird to me on my walks. So I built up kind of a wall. I'm very apprehensive around most people, so it's there's always going to be initial distrust. But anyway, so yeah, I was a bit apprehensive. I was just hoping it would be a quick, I answer your question, I move on with my day sort of thing. But then this dude had to go and make the most convoluted, very stupid and weird conversation ever, and I was just I'm just trying to go home. My house is across the street. Yes, I could have probably walked off, but the problem was that, after the conversation, it felt weird because it's oh, he's there and I'm here, and it's I didn't want him to see where I lived, because I had lied about certain things, but I'm going to get to that in a moment. But basically, after that, he kept asking, if I was okay, and he kept saying, oh my gosh, you're, so quiet, you an introvert? And I said, yes, I'm an introvert. And then he was like, yeah, introverts, you gotta make sure you're not, too introverted all the time. You gotta learn to talk to people and stuff. And I just sat there
you need to shut.
Yeah. Okay. So then after that, he kept talking more and more, and he was asking other questions. He asked if I was from America or Africa. I'm from America. And I'm black, by the way, but yeah, he asked that, I guess, because I was wearing a headscarf. I wear a headscarf because I don't know what to do with my hair. I wear it out naturally, so I just cover it with a headscarf so it looks decent. So I guess maybe that's why he assumed that. And then afterwards, he was asking other stuff, he asked how old I was, and I was just I lied. I didn't say I was too young, but I didn't say I was too old either, because I really think I'm too baby-faced to really pass as something older than my current age. But I didn't want to say my current age. I don't know, I just felt weird, so I lied and I said it was 21. He also asked what my name was, and I could not give my real name because I have a pretty unique sounding name, so if someone were to hear it, they would know instantly. So I came up with a generic, slightly adjacent name, and I was just okay, yeah, I'm Sarah, I'm 21, and also he asked for my social media, and I was just I don't really do social media, He kept asking huh, what, because he couldn't hear me, and he kept saying I was quiet. I'm not a soft-spoken person, by the way. I speak at a pretty, decent volume. I was just slightly far away from him, so that was an issue on his part, not me, because I was talking at a normal volume. I wasn't being soft-spoken whatsoever. I think at one point he misheard me and thought I said I was high, and I'm No, I didn't say I was high. What is wrong with you? But anyway, yeah. So he asked my social media, and I was just like, no, I don't do social media. I don't have any socials. He's like, oh, why? And I was just like, social media is just really toxic. Of course, he didn't hear me saying that, so I had to repeat myself again. Fucking dumbass. Anyway, so, yeah, and then he asked for my phone number. Obviously, I didn't give him my phone number. I didn't even give him a fake number because I don't recommend doing that. If anyone ever asks for your phone number, don't give them a fake number either, because there's a chance that they might check like right in front of you, and if they call or text you and you don't see it, they're gonna be like, huh, why'd you give me a fake number? That's not good. So I was just like, okay, fine. I'm not gonna give you my number because I was like, I don't really know you. I don't really want to give you my number. If I had $1 for every time someone like out of the blue asked me for my phone number, I'd have $2 because this happened twice. This time and then another time, some person on Instagram randomly DM'd me. They said they were like a fan of my videos, and I was like, oh yeah, thank you so much for being so supportive. And then after was like, yeah, sure. Anyway, so can you give me your phone number? And I was like, who are you? Like, who do you think you are just to come to me, ask for my phone number as if I was gonna give it to you of all people? Like, who do you think you are? Do you think I owe you my phone number? Like, I don't know you. Why am I gonna talk to you like that? That's weird. I don't know you. Leave me alone. But yeah, he asked my phone number. I said no. He asked me again, like, after, like, a couple minutes. And I was just like, dude, I don't want to give you my phone number. I don't have a social media. Like, I do, but, like, I'm not going to give it to you. I think after I said I didn't want to give him my number, he was like, oh, it was because I'm ugly. Do you think I'm ugly? And I was like, no. I don't think he was ugly. He looked like a guy. He looks like a person. He was very generic looking. Like, I don't know what to tell you. He looked normal, okay? Like, he wasn't hideous. And frankly, if he was attractive, I would have still been the same way, honestly. Like, I really don't care what someone looks like. Asking all these questions and being like that was really weird, regardless of looks. So, yeah. It was just, so annoying. He also kept commenting on, like, the introvert thing. Kept telling me like, oh yeah, don't be introverted too much, blah, blah, blah. I'm tense and nervous because I answered a question for you, and then you decided to bring up this whole ass conversation, trying to talk to me, trying to like basically get my phone number and like, I guess essentially ask me out. And I'm over here like, I just wanted to go home. I'm trying to be as curt and polite as possible because I don't know how to end the conversation without seeming like an asshole, because I don't know you. I don't know how you're going to react if I reject you in a slightly more aggressive or more assertive way, because I don't know how, because this is an issue that I have with men nowadays, because I don't know how many of them are like, red pills or whatever. I don't know how many of them are going to take rejection really badly. Like, I don't know, maybe they could follow me home and I get killed or something, like, I can't risk it anymore. So that's why I was being so, like, nice. That's why I was being so careful and just polite, like, yeah, because I didn't know what to do, because I was just like, I'm going to be this way because I don't know how you're going to react, so I'm going to try to let it off as, like, nicely and politely as possible, trying to tiptoe away, but he was just being relentless about it. And it's like, dude, I'm not interested. Leave me alone. I helped you. I didn't even know if, like, he even needed help in the first place. I mean, it was kind of weird. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if he was, like, faking that. It seemed like he was legitimately having issues with his car, I guess. I don't know. I didn't see him drive off or anything because after the encounter, I walked home. I, like, walked down the street a little bit, and then I realized, so, like, across the street, there's, like, this island, like, there's this, like, those things where there's, like, trees on, like, a little small hill, and the hill covered where he was at, so I don't think he saw me, or if he did, he'd have to look over, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it wasn't the smartest thing, but yeah, so I walked back to my house. I was kind of quick with it. I went back in, and I was just like, okay, that happened. That was weird and very surreal and uncomfortable. I hated that. I hated every moment of that. I hope that guy has a bad day, because that was just, I really don't like when people push my boundaries and are like, don't take me seriously, or if I'm like, I don't want to talk to you, I'm trying to lead the conversation and they still want to talk. It's very annoying because I don't know, because the entire time he kept like commenting on like my demeanor and kept saying how nervous I was and was like constantly saying I was quiet. I don't know why people always do this thing where they'll say, "Oh, you're so quiet." Like, what do you want me to do? Like, do you want me to start yapping? Like, okay, I'm being quiet. Yeah. What do you want me to say? Like, I'm standing here talking to a complete stranger and I don't want to talk to you. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, so yeah, anyway, like, I hate people who do stuff like that. Like, that's why on my walks, I tend to be very standoffish. I have, like, a really intense, like, resting bitch face because I want people to leave me alone. When I go on my walks, I am in, like, full daydreamer mode. I am, like, lost in my own little world. I am thinking of OC AMVs and, like, all sorts of crap, you know. I'm fantasizing. I am just thinking about things. I'm, walking through my emotions and stuff. So when I'm walking, I want to be left alone. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to stop and chit chat unless I am walking with somebody else or whatever. I'm not in a social mood. But for some reason, I swear this always happens. Whenever I'm in, like, the most anti-social mood, whatever, people want to talk to me. It's like I could be, like, the most mean and, like, standoffish way as possible, and, like, somehow they want to talk to me, and it's like, no, I don't want to talk to you, leave me alone. But then when I'm in an actual, like, genuine sociable mood, suddenly no one wants to talk to me. It's like, I can't win. But anyway, so that encounter was very weird. It was very annoying. I honestly kind of felt my ego be a little bruised, because imagine, like, essentially trying to ask somebody out, but then also, like, he wasn't insulting, but, like, basically kind of bluntly commenting on my demeanor, even though I was only acting that way because I was nervous and tense, because I was kind of roped into a situation that I did not want to be in, and I didn't know how to, like, walk out of it without, like, escalating it, because I was trying to avoid escalating it, or, like, trying to be too rushing off. Like, I didn't want to seem like as if I was giving off the impression of, like, oh, you're scaring me, I'm gonna leave now. I didn't expect that to happen. He kept asking me more questions. Like, it was like, oh no, this is gonna be a thing. Like, every time he asked something, I thought, okay, maybe he's gonna stop and I'm gonna go. But I didn't say anything. I kept going because I was just hoping he would stop. I should have said, like, okay, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go do things. But again, my house was across the street, so it's like I would have to kind of awkwardly do something to kind of loop back in to get into my house, because, like, I assumed that nobody was home as well. I didn't know my mom was home, so I was like, oh crap. So I couldn't, like, go through the back or whatever. So that was another reason why I was, like, kind of just iffy and hoping that, like, maybe the conversation would end and I could just walk back. But yeah, my advice for anyone who ever has this sort of encounter happen is just to try to be as curt as possible. You might have to get a little mean. So this video, I didn't want it to be too serious and ranty, but it just, So anyway, this is kind of a negative video. I hope you guys, maybe not liked, but maybe, you got some advice or just some sort of heads up of, like, maybe what to do or what not to do in a situation like this, because I don't think I acted the best. I tried to do something, but I froze. I was just trying to handle it as best as I could, but I could have probably done better. I don't know. Just stay safe out there, just be careful and whatnot. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you quacks later.